Today's session we are going to understand types of scrap in SAP. Okay, so as we know that in our SAP system, like we log in let me log in the system. So, when you go to Motor Master for any motor, they are having this different types of scrap available. So if you go to MRP, you can see it's in this scrap. Okay, then if you go to MRP, you can see it. Components scrap. Okay, the components scrap and assembly scrap is available in the master. Now let us understand what is this thing and what is their impact on your from a even in your market perspective. So let us understand what is the components scrap, assembly scrap, and allocation scrap. Okay, let us start with the assembly scrap. What is meant by assembly scrap? Assembly scrap means scrap means what? During your production, there will be some losses, always due to the various reasons, and due to this, we will get the less output than the planned one. Okay, so assembly scrap increase the order quantity of the header metal and subsequently increase the quantity of the corresponding component. The dependent requirement of the material components are therefore increased correspondingly. Okay, so in MRP one, you have to maintain the assembly scrap percentage. Okay, so now what it means that your header material is like that. Whenever you are trying to manufacture header material, okay, it is about to get some reduction. Okay, for example, have you seen how this bread made of it? Manufacturing of bread? Okay, if you go to somewhere, now you can see this is a bread, okay, actually. But what happens when people are going to give you the bread in a packet, okay? At that time they have to make a slice. Okay. Now when they are doing slicing operation or something like that, the bread is going to be get spill out. Okay, the quantity while doing the cutting or something, it will get spill out. Okay, and some of the portions, the end, these two rear ends are going to be cut, and it means that the manufacturing process is like that. When you put it in oven, okay, the duct of this bread, okay, whatever the duct we are putting into oven, it is going to be get heated, and after fermentation, it will look like this. After heating, it will look like this. But this shape is not be accepted by the end user. People would like to have bread in this kind of slices or something, right? You can see the shapes are like this. So the cutting last operation, okay? Or in that operation, you can see it is going to be have a different shape. Okay, on because of this, you mean that if you want to actually manufacture 1 kg of bread, you have to start with 1.10 gram of dough. Okay, the quantity of this is going to be more, and output is going to be less because there is a expected scrap. Okay, so the 100% scrap is going to happen. Okay, which is going to make the process like this. See, these are the bread slice. Okay, bread uh, blocks are there, which are getting cutted into the pieces later on. Okay, I hope you understand. The initial process of this dough, the quantity is more, but output is less. Okay, okay. That is called as an assembly scrap. For example, for one more example, suppose you want to produce a quantity of 100 kg, you may get around 199, sorry, 99.5 kg as the final output or yield. Now, to get the actual quantity, we have to increase the planned quantity or percentage so that you will get the as per the expectation. So for this, we should have another method created for us. Okay. So we can have COVID Moto GB7 another material. Okay, let's see some other material. So that is cold coffee. And this is as an example. Okay. 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 And take tea as an example. And here in assembly scrap, I will pass at a percentage thing. Now, what I'm trying to say, whenever I want to make a 2 cup of tea, okay, so my ingredients are going to be like that. My raw material and content should be 2 cups of milk or and half cup of water. So I'm taking almost 2.5 liters of liquid. And out of that, I'm going to get only uh, 2 cup of milk. Sorry, um, tea. Why it is? Because I'm going to process, manufacturing process is like that. Whenever I'm doing the boiling operation or something like that, my tea quantity is going to get reduced and I will get output like this. So there is always some kind of plan. Or suppose imagine whenever you are doing the pouring operation, you are pouring your tea into some kettle and from kettle to cup. Okay, at that time there is a leakage or spill out will be happen. Okay, so that is something different. Okay, that is not a part of your business. But boiling is the process. Okay, which will be the vaporization happens and your tea quantity is going to get reduced. So in such a case, what we have to do? We have to use the assembly step. So now this is my tea bomb. Okay, it is header material for which now I will try to create a production order. Okay, I think we are having bomb for this. We have bomb. Let me see. Yeah, production order is also active. So let us create a production order slash and go 0 and okay. Now go for P 0 P01. And for external implementation. Suppose now here if I produce, I can go for I want to make 100 cups. Okay, then as per scrap percentage, scrap portion is 10. So what happened? My 100 contributed 110. Did you see this? Naveen? So
Yes.
you know
Yes.
that there is always 10% assembly scrap. You cannot avoid this. You cannot avoid it. It is not a scrap like that. You are manufacturing it. Suppose now take example of Motorola mobile. Okay. Now in case of mobile or something is what? You know that you will manufacture 100 pieces, you will manufacture 100 pieces. Once you manufacture it and while handling or while testing or while something, some scrap will generate. What is that? That is process related scrap, which is not because of your process is damaged, because some material was having some issue, which is not expected every time. Okay, those are not inherent. Okay, those are not natural. Okay, this has happened because of some XYZ reason. Okay, very uncommon reason. But this is what thing is that here the process is like that. Whenever you go in for this process of manufacturing, you have to take a raw material in the extra quantity so that you will get ultimately whatever number of cups you will like to have. So you should manufacture to start to 110 kg, 110 cups of tea, then 100% 10 cups of tea will get vanished because it will get vaporized and you will ultimately get 100 cup what is your expected earlier expectation. Okay, clear? So this is called as
Yes.
assembly scrap. Okay. Now next is